The DJI Avata has been out for over a year now, and it's a great drone, don't get me wrong, but is it still worth buying? Well, in today's short video, I'm going to talk to you about the good things and the bad things about the DJI Avata to hopefully help you decide whether this drone is right for you or not. So let's get into the video. And let's start with the positive things. The great thing about the Avata is definitely how well built this drone is. I honestly can't tell you the amount of times I have crashed this drone, and apart from a few minor dings and scratches, this drone is perfectly fine. Just to give you an example of how solid this drone really is, not long ago I accidentally crashed it into the side of the warehouse, and the noise that it made was unreal. If that was any other drone, it would have been in pieces, but not the Avata. Solid. The second great thing about the DJI Avata is the battery life that you get out of it. I can easily get around 20 minutes worth of flight time in manual mode before needing to replace the battery. But one thing you should definitely know that these batteries do take a while to charge. We currently got around 3 batteries for the Avata, and that lasts us around, say, around an hour. So if you're going to be out filming all day, I'll definitely recommend getting some more batteries. The third great thing about the Avata is the image quality that you get out of it. Now, it's great, but it's not great. And let me tell you what I mean by this. So if you're going to be using the video for landscape mode, the image quality is perfect. But as soon as you start to crop it to vertical, then you start to lose some of that image quality. If you follow us on Instagram and see some of the footage that we got with the DJI Avata, you'll see what I'm talking about. But in order to fix this issue, I simply attached a Insta360 Go 3, and any footage that I'm going to be using for social media platforms, I'll be using the footage from that Insta360 Go 3. Another great thing that I love about the Avata is this is a perfect drone if you're starting to learn to fly in FPV. And the reason I say this is because with the Avata you have different modes that you can choose between. So you have normal mode, you have sport mode, and you have manual mode. And flying it in normal and sport mode is like flying any Maverick series. And when you switch it to manual mode, it's like flying in an FPV drone. And this is great because if you start to lose control of the drone while you're flying it in manual mode, you can simply switch to normal mode and the drone will just hover in place. I say this, but I'm never fast enough to make the switch, so I always end up crashing the drone. But it's okay because the drone is solid. Right, let's move on to the negative things about the Avata. Now, there are not many, and I think I'm just being a little bit picky, but the one thing that I don't like about the Avata is how loud this drone is. Very loud. I think I've had it around 900 feet in the air and I can still hear this drone below. So if you're going to be flying it in residential areas, prepare to have your neighbors looking out the window. And the other negative thing that I don't like about the DJI Avata is when you're flying in FPV mode, sometimes this drone just tends to flick back to normal mode on its own. For example, if I'm doing like a dive or a weird maneuver, this drone senses that it's starting to lose control and it will just switch back to normal mode. And this is kind of annoying because sometimes it can ruin this shot that you're trying to achieve. So I hope in time DJI will sort this firmware out. But the last negative thing I have to say about the Avata, and again this is a very silly one, I just don't like the way that DJI has made it for me to get the SD card in and out of this drone. I have regular size hands and even I struggle to get the SD card in and out. But in order to fix this small issue, I simply got myself a little screwdriver, and that just makes it easier for me to get the SD card out. So if you do have regular size hands, I would recommend you get yourself one of them as well. So the question is the Avata worth buying? Well, if you're somebody who wants to start learning to fly a drone or an FPV drone, then the DJI Avata is perfect for you. And the reason I would recommend this drone is because DJI Avata is actually my first ever drone that I've used. And I've learned to fly this on normal mode and FPV mode, all with just one drone. And also having a drone that you know can withstand a heavy crash, it kind of gives you more confidence when learning to fly. And DJI have a great app that you can learn to fly the Avata before you take it out in real life. You can simply connect your goggles and the remote and do practice runs on there. So I hope this video kind of gives you a better understanding whether the DJI Avata is the right choice for you. And of course, if you guys have any questions about the Avata, please leave it in the comments below and we will try to answer it as soon as possible. But for now, we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio. Solid.